Going to go our winter meetings wonderland, but not just the winter meetings, just what you've seen so far overall this offseason, Tom. And let me start with you here. Give me the highest impact move that you've seen of the winter meetings, or just maybe slightly before the winter.
And you're taking Judge off the board,
take Judge,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Judge is, it's a wrap.
I'll go with the best pitcher on the planet, Jacob deGrom. Why? Not just because the Rangers have him. The Rangers now, to me, are a team that could be in a wild card mix. We're talking about a team that can win, I think, 85 to 88 games, puts them right there, and I think DeGrom is the difference. Reminds me of when Terry Francona was managing a really bad Phillies team. Other manager would say, I feel sorry for you, Terry. Don't feel sorry for me today. I got Curt Schilling on the mound. And that's the Rangers. When DeGrom is on the mound, they're as good as anybody in baseball.
And I love what the Rangers are doing. They're going for it. A lot like the Philadelphia Phillies. Look, you can come in third in your division and still make the playoffs, which is what the Phillies did, and they went to the World Series. So
right.
Do
you agree with me?
Well, no. So my impact guy is a Philadelphia Philly. It's Trea Turner. This is a team that went to the World Series last year, and they did it where they were underwhelming at shortstop. They were not a very good defensive team. You bring in Trea Turner, yeah, he's not the best of the four shortstops out there defensively, but range is a factor. His speed, the second fastest guy in baseball today, going to cover a lot of ground when we ban the shift, so he impacts defense in a way that moves Bryson Stott to second base. Then you think about the offense. He's a table setter. He gets on. He's got some pop on the bat. You look at the home runs production. Here's a 100-run scorer, 100 RBI guy, 809 OPS, and the stolen bases become that much more important next year. He's going to steal 50 bases. And so I think this guy has a huge impact for the Philadelphia Phillies in every component of the game.
And on top of all that, Steve, he posts. He plays every day.
I think he agreed with me.
Yeah. No, I like them both. I like them both. Hey, to me, it'd be Jose Abreu, too. I mean, with the
so he doesn't
Astros,
agree with either one of us.
You win the World Series, you go out and get Abreu. I think that's you're doing work there down in Houston. All right, Tom, give me your sleeper move.
My sleeper move is a rare one-year deal. You can't lose with that, right? You know that as a GM.
Exactly.
Cody Bellinger going to the Cubs. Now, listen, he's been so bad the last couple of years. I think, yes, change of scenery does come into play here. Different voices in his ear. But think about this. Defense and base running alone, Cody Bellinger is very valuable. In a bad year, a terrible year, 19 home runs, 14 stolen bases. You know how many other center fielders did that last year? 2, both rookies of the year. So we're talking about a guy who can impact the game if his bat doesn't come around, but I think it will. Still only 27 years old, still has that high upside.
So my sleeper is, look, in free agency, if you're going to get power bats or power arms, you got to pay big-time money. The Cleveland Guardians added Josh Bell to their lineup. Switch hitter. He's going to give them some balance to the lineup. And look, I know he didn't hit as many home runs last year because he struggled after the trade, but his first half in D.C., he was fantastic. And so I look at him being a real sleeper on this team. Banning the shift, a lot of holes between first and second base right now. He's going to drive the ball through there. The Guardians hit 127 home runs last year. 127. The Yankees hit 254, twice as many as the Guardians did. They needed power, and they're getting it at only $33 million. Look at the production they got this year from the DH role. He is going to have a major impact on this team. I think it's a great under-the-radar move.
Already seen some big moves, obviously. Verlander, Judge, Trea Turner. And so the cast has been flying out here. Give me the next big move, Tom, of the offseason.
Well, I think it's got to come from the shortstop market. Still got 3 big ones out there, and Red Sox fans, I'm going to make them happy. I got Xander Bogaerts staying in Boston.
Wow.
I know that front office is taking a lot of heat for what they've done. We're trying to figure out what the heck are they doing there. It's incomplete right now. Don't send that final grade in yet, folks, because if they bring back this guy, heart and soul of that team, offensive player in an offensive ballpark, your offseason Boston Red Sox fans will look a lot better. So I think rather than play this out into January, which I think will happen with Correa, maybe even Swanson, I think Xander is next.
And I could certainly see that. For the Red Sox and their fans, they'd be ecstatic about it. For me, it's Carlos Rodon, the next best pitcher in the market. We saw Verlander go. We saw DeGrom go. Rodon, the next guy out there. The Yankees are hot to trot. They're ready to say yes to make a deal. The Giants will certainly be in. Other teams have a lot of interest there. The Rangers have been in on it for a long time. But I think the Yankees are going to make the play. Hal Steinbrenner, he said yes to Judge. He's going to say yes to Rodon. They're going to get this deal done. This guy has overpowering swing and miss stuff. The high fastball, he gets over a lot of the bats, and he is going to be a great factor. You put him in that rotation, 1-2, ham and egg with Garrett Cole in the front of that rotation. You put Severino in there and Cortez in there. A lot of different looks, a lot of different stuff, and the Yankees rotation would look absolutely dynamic.
All right, the winter meetings about wrapped up, unless some of these guys are going to go hit the gas lamp one last time before they get on planes here. But, Tom, which team is leaving here the winter meetings with plenty of work left to be done?
Oh, it's easy for me. It's the Dodgers. I mean, they have a lot of holes to fill. Their left side of the infield is a question mark. I still think they need another starting pitcher. There's some payroll questions about the Dodgers and where they want to go. Do they want to reset their CBT rate by getting under the first threshold? Do they go through it? They have some financial commitments they're waiting to hear about, whether that carries over into next year. So the Dodgers have a lot of questions, Steve. I think their guy at shortstop is going to be Swanson. I'm not sure they're going to stick around for Correa. But whether it's Swanson or shortstop, they have a lot of work to do.
They do. And, you could look at them and think, well, they may reset. Well, the Toronto Blue Jays aren't resetting. They're in this window to win right now. You got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette. You're running, the clock's ticking on those guys with control. They need to make moves. They need a starting pitcher. They need a left-handed hitting outfielder. They need swing and miss stuff from their bullpen. They need to make some moves, and they're leaving here with nothing getting done. I will tell you, up in Toronto, doing some work up there, fans are unhappy right now. They want action. And I know they're working hard behind the scenes, but they've got to pull the trigger and get a deal done.
Well, let me ask you real quick. When you left the winter meetings, were you exhausted?
Oh, absolutely exhausted. Usually exhilarated, because we made a lot of big deals at the winter meetings over that time. And so I remember making the trade to get Robbie Alomar, and Mark Shapiro and I made the deal to get it done. We went to the press conference, and I went with a suit and tie, and he went with a sweater and jeans on. He's like, well, we can see which side got the better side of this deal right now, because we were walking in ready to celebrate, right? So, yeah, it is exhausting, but it's also the best time of year to get a feel for your organization. Everybody's opinions. You got all your brainstorming people there, and you're testing everybody's opinions. It really is a great time to feel how good people are around you.
Yeah, the organization acting like a family. That's great stuff. A lot of hard work done. A few people work harder than the insiders during baseball winter meetings. I still don't know when these guys sleep. So